Hey everybody, it's BJ.
Hey, what's up? It's Aleatha.
And it's another episode of Off the Record. In fact, this has got to be, we'll probably talk about other stuff, but we probably need to do like a quick debrief from our summit. I'm actually what? You were about to say something and you didn't.
I ain't saying it. Go ahead. Finish your...
Did AI kill us?
Well, not yet.
Has your thesis about AI is going to kill us come true yet? Or is it going to come true?
I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm going to be real honest with you.
Well, I said something about the robots are going to kill us. How many of y'all believe it? And then a few people raised their hands.
I raised mine when you asked that question.
I think there was about 100 people, and I think at
bet
least
Stacey
a
raised
dozen.
his.
I think at least a dozen people raised
Stacey
their
raised
hands. And then I asked the question, how many of you are excited about AI? A bunch of people raised their hand. How many of you are terrified of AI? And then some other people raised their hand, and I said, you're all in the right place. Because we're going to go through it today, and that was a lot of fun. We had an electrifying crowd. Our speakers were phenomenal. I loved it. What?
Nothing. I'm just letting you say your speech.
I didn't have a speech.
Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, I'm not used to you like about to say something and then holding back. Something's wrong. Something's off. What's off with you?
Because you said that the event was electrifying, and I was just thinking that's a little bit of a strong word. I'm not so sure it was electrifying, but it was good. It was informative. It was successful. See, now you see, that's right there is why I didn't say anything. Now you've sat here and you've made me say it. Now you're throwing stuff about the room.
Yep. Anyway, appreciate Lenore Community College and Visit Kinston and all of our vendors and our attendees. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and we've put out a lot of photos and videos, had some great survey responses on people. We actually have had several people say they want us to do a multi-day event with longer breaks and keynote speaker breakout sessions. I was, It's hard to sit in a seat to learn for an entire day. Usually in school, it was bouts of it. We're as professionals, we're not doing that. That's not what we're trained to do. But the idea of doing a multi-day event was kind of neat. Doing breakout session with the keynote speakers, I'm a huge fan of that.
I think that was definitely needed for sure. In hindsight, looking back on it, but it was. How great it was that we have gotten so much positive feedback from it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So really proud of our team for that. For things to go as smoothly as they did. It took a lot of people to make that happen. Yeah,
kudos to Destiny Stout. She was our executive coordinator for this event and did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, she did. She did
a phenomenal job.
Enough work stuff.
Yeah, I know. What else is going on? Oh, my gosh. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
I was just thinking about how I've talked about my daughter with y'all, but I also don't want to
you do not have her permission, sir. You better be careful. You might need to say it and then ask her for permission, and then if she says yes, you can leave it in.
Yeah, but she's like this. Talking about my youngest daughter, she has been, and she would probably admit it if I asked her. She's been a little bit of a handful. She's 7th grader. She's been a little bit of a handful this past couple of weeks. Jessica says that she's going to be the death of her. So
Catherine does not have time for y'all, okay? She has things in life that matter and things in life that don't. And y'all try to make her make her care about the stuff that she don't care about.
Right.
She don't have time for y'all.
She was packing up to leave last night to go out of town, and I'm in her room. I pulled the shade down, and I was like, what's the spaghetti here? And what's this clothes on the floor here? And she's like, Dad, you need to stop chastising me as I'm getting ready to leave. And I'm like, okay.
I can't say nothing. My room never being clean and organized when I was growing up was the bane of my mama's existence.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of funny because I've grown up and become someone that keeps a very clean, tidy house. And I know that she's mentioned it before. But my mom was like, nobody ever thought that would have happened, because that room, it was like every day we fought about my room. Every day we fought about it.
I was thinking about, you were talking about growing up and stuff. I sent my sister Jennifer and we share, she's my TikTok buddy. We share a lot of stuff. And I don't know how many days our streak is, but I sent her a meme this morning. It was a little kid. and he was just kind of had his hand over his head, and he was just kind of looking up into space, and it says 7-year-old me at 2 a.m. debating if I should hold my pee till morning or run down the hall and risk an attack from a demon.
Correct.
Because
I feel that.
Because early in the morning, it was like, oh, God, the creaky floor.
I mean, I can still be a little bit like that now. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm having a hard time paying attention because I've got that song stuck in my head.
Which one?
The Not Like Us song. It's just stuck and it's playing
What's
over
Not
and
Like
over.
Us? I don't know what that song is.
Kendrick Lamar, he's the one doing the halftime show for
he's
the
like
Super Bowl.
he's a fan. He's a fan.
He a fan. It's a diss track for Drake. R.I.P. to Drake because he done killed his. But yeah, he won a Grammy for. Anyway, I love his style. It's a little bit of, I ain't gonna get into all of that.
I didn't like the Grammys,
but
I think they're over the top, and I think it's a.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think it is a Hollywood good old boys club.
So is sports, honey. Next topic.
How is sports a
Please. It is also a good old boys club.
There's actually referees involved in sports.
Yeah, because they're pure as the driven snow. I'm sure there's no corruption in an NFL.
Ain't nobody showing up with a house on their head.
I don't claim him.
Well, you have endorsed all of the Grammys. You got to own it all.
I love music. It's my
Taylor
passion.
didn't win a Grammy.
I didn't. I want her to.
I'm sorry. Aren't you a Swiftie?
I am a Swiftie diehard every day, baby. Ride or die for Taylor Swift. Yes, I do. And if you don't like it, come on. Tell them the address.
Catch me outside.
What's the address here?
105 West Blunt Street, Kinston, North Carolina.
If you got anything to say about me being a Swiftie, don't even bother putting it in the comments. Come on up to, tell them again.
105 West Blunt Street, Kinston, North Carolina.
Sit right down right there by my desk, and you can tell me like that, because I ain't trying to hear it. Goodbye. If you don't like Taylor Swift, it's because you're not intelligent.
Ooh.
You're shallow. You like shallow music.
Wow.
She's a poet.
That's pretty black and white there.
She's a poet.
But she had a good time at the Grammys, even though she didn't win.
She had the best time of all the people at the Grammys. Mm-hmm. Did you not see all the...
No, I did. I watched 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, my God. I just reminded myself why I don't watch the Grammys.
She did have...
They're out of touch with everyday life.
I knew when I saw her on the red carpet, first of all, she looked amazing. But I knew when I saw her on the red carpet that she knew she wasn't winning anything tonight. I knew by how she was dressed.
Maybe she was told.
No, I think she just knew, because that album was not for that. That was not. She knew. She knew. She knew.
And your diss track boy won.
Yeah, he did. He swept, baby. He got 5 Grammys.
And Beyoncé, she got Country Album of the Year and Album of the Year.
For Beyonce, I shall clap and cheer. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. A lot of mixed reactions in the country verse, I guess, over the past week.
Yeah, but it's coming from people who are listening to music that I also don't consider country, so whatever. Because whenever y'all are mad at Morgan Wallen...
I have never heard WRNS play...
I got to say something.
Go for it.
Whenever these people that are mad... And look, I don't like the album Cowboy Carter. I think that Beyonce deserved to win for Lemonade and Renaissance for sure, 100%, hands down, no arguments. I don't like the album. I don't care about the album. But the same people that are complaining about her not being country don't have no problem with people like Morgan Wallen and company, who I like Morgan Wallen, I'm not saying. But they put a lot of hip-hop culture, beats, and styles into their country music, and nobody cares about that. They don't say that's not country because he's putting beats on it. He's essentially trying to rap to a backbeat. Where did all that come from? Anyway, it's called.
So we're going to go back
hip-hop.
to going back to the Grammys as Good Old Boys Club. So is the music industry, because she won Country Album of the Year, and she's never been played on QDR, never been played on WRNS.
But they play Morgan Wallen, whose music sounds more like hip hop.
Did Morgan get a Grammy?
He's won
year.
all kinds of awards.
But this year.
That's not the point. The point is he is accepted. She is not. Post Malone has gone from hip-hop and gone to country. He is accepted. She is not.
So who's the standard bearer of what is country music, the Grammys or the radio stations?
It's me.
Settled. and we all bow down to the queen.
Yeah. People are just hypocrites all the way around, but we can't talk about that because I'll get too mad. You know what I'm saying?
There's plenty.
I'll get too mad about
plenty.
that.
And listen, speaking of hypocrites, how about people who don't live in Kinston still talking trash about Kinston? Go on with yourself.
I have a bit of a problem because I've already told you this, but I actually did have a mental vision of myself last night fighting somebody. It played out from beginning to end. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm a 48-year-old woman who is fed up with life and don't really like most people because they're all full of shit. And I have a lot of things in me that I need to get out. And I'm just waiting for the opportunity for it to happen. And this person is the person I hope it happens with. Mm-hmm. And because if it does, I'm telling you, it's going to be on site. It's going to be on site.
We keep a little petty cash get out of jail bill.
I would go to jail. Mm-hmm. I would be willing to go to jail. I would fight this person, have them come arrest me and charge me with assault.
She said, BJ, if you had gotten a call from an unknown number last night, you would have had to pick up.
Yeah.
We'll be there. In fact, Christy said she would have been disappointed had you not called her on the way there.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I'm a lover, not a fighter at the end of the day. But some people, I'm going to tell you, like my mama used to tell me, some people just need their ass beat, except my mama wouldn't have said that word. But the truth is, that is what some people need.
You can tell.
And they are one of them.
You could tell, and we haven't been specific about the person or a situation, of course, but you could tell that this person, if they're willing to live 500, 700, 800 miles away and still talk trash about our hometown, not even his hometown. Mm-hmm. He was a transplant for a temporary amount of time. That he didn't get any spankings as a kid. Like, he was never told no. It's really unfortunate.
I could say so many other things, but I'm going to remain. But what I did say, I said.
Okay. You stand by that?
I do stand by, and I meant it, really meant it with everything I have. You know, I don't. It's been a long time. I'm ready. Mm-hmm. I really am.
Aleatha's really good at when she goes through something and somebody makes her really mad, or somebody makes her mad about how they treated somebody else. Mm-hmm. She's really good. She says she just clocks it,
I do.
And it's just something that stays in her brain. And she knows the day that she has the right opportunity is coming out.
Like they say, violence is not the answer, but I'm going to tell you right now that I believe sometimes it is. No, I mean, I really do. Because, you know, I think about, like, that's what I tell you all the time, you know, about your kids. Your kids are younger than my one kid or whatever. But, you know, when you were in school and, you know, you dealt with bullies and stuff like that, the person who stood up and actually punched the damn bully right in their face, or was willing to fight them because they were trying to fight them. It's like the moment you stand up to a bully, that is when you take the power back. Mm-hmm. You know, and instead we want to walk around and try to play patty cake, you know, and let's sit down and write 5 nice things about each other. No, screw that shit. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you need to punch somebody right in their damn lip. That is sometimes what people need.
Put them in their place.
Yes, especially when they're hateful to people. They don't do nothing but wreak havoc on everybody around them. I can't stand it.
Can you stand it?
I can't. It tears my nerves up.
How's your mama doing?
Got me riled up. You got me riled up.
How's your mama doing?
My mama's fine.
She's still a world traveler?
No, she slowed down a little bit after the holidays and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
She slowed down a little bit.
And your daughter? She's good?
Yeah. She's fabulous, as always.
Now, did she watch the Grammys with you?
Of course she did.
You sent me a video of her passing out.
She can't stand Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter won, what was it, Song of the Year or something?
I don't remember which one it was, but that's probably...
Aleatha doesn't like Sabrina Carpenter for no other reason. She's probably got reasons, but for no other reason than she's standing in solidarity with her daughter. No,
that's really the only reason. Yeah. Because I promised Hannah I would hate her with her. And so I do, because I'm a loyal... But what I was going to say, though, was that's one of my most favorite things. And Hannah and I are very different. If you know me and you know my daughter, you know we're very different. And we don't actually have a lot of things in common, from the kind of things we like to do for fun or what our personal interests are in. You know, she's really into anime.
Your clothes, your makeup.
Her style, her aesthetic, you know, all of that stuff.
Yep.
She grew up to not be the girly girl. She grew up to be exactly who she is. And I love her for that. But one of the things that the greatest thing that we have in common is our deep-rooted, absolute love and passion for music. And if there was anything that God could have given me to have in common with her, if you know me, it couldn't have been anything better than that.
Right. It's actually, music is the reason why you knew you were going to be okay working with me, because I played Chris Stapleton the first time.
I was like, I'm going to be fine here.
And I didn't know how much music means to her, but it means, obviously, you can tell it means a lot.
It's everything to me. It's the most important thing to me in life outside of my family.
What is it about music that makes you so happy?
It is, music is first of all, it's universal. It's the most powerful thing on the whole world. And
the most powerful.
It is the most powerful thing on earth, yes.
Do you agree with Aleatha that music is the most powerful thing on the planet?
And, just a small exercise, something really simple to think about why I say that. And you're asking me a question that's way too deep for me to answer on this podcast. Because also I will cry about it if we start talking about it. But if you want just a simple exercise to see how important music is and how much it changes what we see and how we experience life, is go watch your favorite movie without music, without the soundtrack, just the dialogue.
You know what I've told Jessica? One thing
I'd
like to do is I'd like to go. I don't know if they do them in Raleigh or Charlotte or other places, but I'd like to go to one of these movie screenings or showings where the live orchestra is there, and instead of the score being played through the movie, it's live.
Yeah, that's called theater. It really is.
Okay.
And you can do that anytime you want to.
I've never done it.
And it's amazing. Yeah, you have. There's plays that we went to see at LCC. They had live orchestra.
No, that's a play. I'm talking about a movie.
You want to do when the orchestra takes
imagine watching watching Star Wars or Home Alone.
Yes, I know what you're talking about now. Trans-Siberian Orchestra does a lot of that stuff. So does the North Carolina Symphony. They sometimes will do things like that. Hannah just sent me something for, I don't know if you remember this movie or if Jessica loved it, but one of Hannah's favorite movies growing up was The Princess Bride, and that's what they're doing. They're taking the score from that and they are performing it.
Right.
And she sent me the link because she wanted to go to it. She was like, I might drive 10 hours to see this.
Right.
But music is powerful. It makes a difference and it makes me happy. And it says what the soul can't to me. If it's genuine, written from there.
Right. All right.
I know, that's amazing.
We love y'all. Thank you for watching. If you did, and
if you didn't, kiss my ass.
That's like 6 or 7 that Danny's gonna have to bleep you out.
I'm sorry, Mom. I love you. Bye, y'all.